right. Week 9, commercial real estaters. Got Mersace on with me. Will's feeling a little under the weather, so Mersace's stepping up and taking it on full time today. Welcome, Jeff.
That's right. I feel like the large-breasted weather person that is getting elevated to part-time anchor now.
Oh man, here we go. Up in the world. Couple quick announcements. Trinity Junction shows Thursday, March 6th at the Oak Creek Distribution Crawfish Boil hosted by NAIOP, Robert Lynn, and Falcon Commercial Development. Come get your real estate, your crawfish, and your Trinity Junction on 3:30 to 5:30. Drinks and bugs. And then also
Do you have any real estate parody songs you're going to play?
No, I should. Golly. We could make some up.
Maybe we could write one quickly.
That would be great. That would be awesome.
Anyway.
You start pinning that.
I'm new to this. I derailed you.
Yeah, derailed me. And then we got the NAIOP spring concert again at the Rustic on April 23rd. So quick availabilities: 3450 Bethlehem, 27,000 feet on 3.41 acres in Fort Worth. Call Todd Hubbard. 1230 South J. Elmer Turner Freeway. We've got 13,000 feet on about 4 acres. Call Cole Bruton or Caleb Howe, or you can call me on that. Parkside and Irving, we've got some 5,000-foot suites available there. Call Jack Mercer, or if you want to buy it, you can call Chase Miller. And let's see, Dividend in San Antonio, 15,494 square feet on 1.41 acres. Call Colin McClellan at Llano. All right, economic calendar real quick. Initial jobless claims. Forecast is up. Guess them federal employees are going to be filing their unemployment. Forecast is 225,000. Previous was 219. New home sales, forecast is 674,000. Previous was 698. And pending home sales is projected to be down 2%. It was previously down 5.5%. All right, the U.S. debt. Jeff, you want to guess how much debt weight we put on last week?
Well, listening to your show, it's usually like 20 billion a week. So I'm going to be hopeful and say 18.
It was 29. But we've got a new stat.
Gosh, what?
29 billion. But we've got a new stat.
Okay.
New stat we're tracking. New stat on the U.S. debt clock is the DOGE clock. They have a DOGE clock running now on how much they're saved the government. And so far, since DOGE's inception, it has saved $131 billion.
Oh my goodness.
So
that's like the GDP of like Panama.
yeah. So we're going to start tracking that. That's the new stat. So the Dow closed out last week.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Dow closed out last week at 43,586, down 959 points. The S&P closed out 6,036, down 78 points. NASDAQ closed at 19,582, down 444 points. And West Texas crude closed at $70.54, down 33 cents a barrel. The 5 years at 4.26. The 10-year is at 4.42, pretty much unchanged. And SOFR is still 4.34. Stock market's ripping, man. I know it's down last week, but although some of those stocks, man, Palantir's getting crushed right now. Have you seen that?
Is it going down?
Oh, it's in like low 90s now. It's like 91.
I bought some at 30.
Oh, well, you're still good. But it dropped from like 120 to 90.
Mm-hmm. It peaked. Yeah, I saw it get up to the 120. But
Let's see.
I like it.
I do too. 1 week performance, REIT Diversified led. REIT Residential was second. REIT Retail was third. Industrial came in fourth. In the 1 month performance, REIT Healthcare Facilities, REIT Diversified, and REIT Mortgage leading the real estate stocks. All right, term of the week. So I saw this post on Twitter, and this guy, he was like, this is when you're acting like you're doing something all day long, but whatever you're doing doesn't really take that long to do it. Isabella's looking at me real cringeful like, but that's called you're dicking the dog. Quit dicking the dog. Like, get it done.
What's the origin? This begs an origin story, but I just don't know if I want to hear it.
Well, no, I don't know. I mean, the origin for me on it was from Twitter. This guy posted on Twitter, and he's like, this guy, he's talking about some guy taking forever to put some report together, and he's like, we call that dicking the dog.
Oh gosh. Wow.
So, anyways.
I mean, I've heard of Aggies doing that, but I don't know about anybody else.
Fighting Texas Aggie. Oh, that's funny. Well, what'd you hate about real estate last week, Jeff?
I don't have any hates last week. I'm sorry. I'll let you. I'll let you go on that one.
I experienced one.
I'm sorry.
Some pure hate.
Okay. Yeah, let's hear it.
I went down to a building that I've represented for a long time, and there's 2 tenants in the building. I go to see one, missed them. The other one, the one I missed, I've always just worked the deal directly with them. Then I went to the one next door, who's always had a broker, but I just went in there to see him because I was there and I hadn't heard from him, or I hadn't heard from their broker. And I was
this is the one where you represent the landlord.
I represent the landlord, and I was just like, hey, you're coming up in a couple months. And this guy turned into the biggest asshole to me. Just, I have representation. I was like, yeah, I do. I just haven't heard from him. I'll call him, but I was just here. Like, I was literally just next door. So I thought I'd, say hello or whatever, And it was just like, man, it takes so little effort just to be nice, And I don't know. Some of these people just treat you like such shit when you walk in there, and it's just so unnecessary. And
well, don't you think people love to? I feel like people love to correct us. They love to correct salespeople.
Yeah. It's like this big, it's like this big event that's happened when you walk. Like he was totally fine. Like, hey, what's going on? Come on, because it was like 10 degrees outside, right? And he was like, come on in, and oh, hey, what's up? I was like, hey, I'm Jeremy. I rep my signs out front. And his whole demeanor just changed to just total asshole. So that'll be a full price renewal. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're working on some marketing stuff, and part of the thesis was we're trying to get people to correct us like they like to do, because they love it. They love just letting you know you're wrong. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I got a couple articles here. I thought this was interesting because, brokers move shops here and there, and you don't really hear about lawsuits stemming from it, but here's one that has it. So a lawsuit in Harris County could determine how much control brokers have over their clients after jumping ship. So Lucian Bukowski, that's what a name, formerly with CBRE, is now at Stream Realty Partners. He sued his former employer on February 10th, alleging the firm had blocked his access to client files in violation of his employment agreement. Let's see. He was terminated from CBRE a week before joining Stream. In an interview with the outlet on February 11th, he said he and his team moved to Stream due to its culture. So the lawsuit does not seek financial damages, but asks a Harris County judge to compel arbitration regarding the alleged contract violation. His complaint states that his agreement permitted him to retain client files unless he was terminated for cause. Tensions existed between Bukowski and CBRE before his firing. He claimed the firm selectively enforced a COVID vaccine mandate, excluded him from the office, and imposed political viewpoints. The firm required him to list his pronouns in his email signature and post an LGBTQ plus pride flag on his social media, his lawsuit claims. He also alleged gender bias in CBRE's Houston office. Bukowski raised concerns about discrimination, and after confirming he was exploring other opportunities, he was terminated. He was then locked out of his work computer, which he claims breached the contract. So I didn't know they forcefully made you put your pronouns in your email. I've seen some CBRE people with that, but I don't think I've seen all of them with it. So it could have been selective. They could have just been trying to drive him out, you know?
Yeah. What were his pronouns?
It didn't say. It didn't say.
Okay. I'm just getting the weeds on this.
Yeah. So I wonder if he did post an LGBTQ plus pride flag on his social media. But
okay, so here's my chopping this up. First of all, what files do they retain that he can't get otherwise? I mean, if it's commission agreements and leases, he should be able to request those from said deals he's working on, and the landlord can hand those over, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
And
a little vague.
The whole pronoun issue, not a fan of all that, but if that's the company's policy, at the same time, I think you got to either live with it or move on. I guess he moved on. So and the other thing that you didn't mention that I wanted to bring up is at the bottom, they did a humble brag of his gross fees, gross transactions.
Yeah. He's earned a name for himself. $170 million? Yeah, $170 million.
And I thought, well, yeah, I mean, that was kind of impressive. Kind of.
Well, not to mention, hang on. He has a whole team of Abby Alford, Kylie Rocher, Ann Twell, and Marshall Miller. So that's 4, 1, 2, 3. I can't, this girl's name runs forever. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 people doing 170 million in transactions. So that's really diluted.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh. So anyways, that's well, I like the take of if it's the company's policy, get in line or get out.
I mean, I don't like that stuff, but just leave, I mean, and he did.
Yeah.
So, but interesting case. Maybe there's some documents he just can't recreate. I can tell you from personal experience, I think it's just easiest just to turn it over and move on with your life.
Yeah. I bet.
So.
And our second piece of news here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
This one I really like. Fort Worth representative doubles down
yes.
on casino bet, and the odds could be better this time. After folding on the prospect of legalizing casino gambling during the 2023 session of the Texas legislature, state lawmakers will get a fresh new hand to resolve the debate this year. House Joint Resolution number 137 was introduced this week by State Representative Charlie Gurn. I don't know how to say that. It proposes Texas voters be presented a constitutional amendment in November to strictly regulate and authorize casino gambling and sports wagering in the states. The Fort Worth Republican introduced a similar bill during the 2023 session, but it never made it out of the House. The effort did, however, garner financial backing from the casino and resort company Las Vegas Sands Group. Billionaire Miriam Alderson and her family, who are majority shareholders in the Las Vegas Sands, purchased a majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks from Mark Cuban at the end of 2023. Less than a week after that deal closed, Cuban sold more than 12 acres on Stemmons Freeway in the Dallas Design District to a company set up by the Alderson family. That property includes the Mavericks practice facility. A separate company formed by the Alderson family also bought more than 200 acres on State Highway 114. So they say North Texas is lacking a tourist destination, and gambling it is. Let's see. This bill introduced would allow no more than 10 licensed casino in Texas and cap state taxes on casino and sports wagering at 15%. Some believe that lawmakers could be more receptive this time around. There's probably some money changing hands, I'm sure. Governor Greg Abbott has expressed support for allowing voters to decide the issue in a constitutional amendment election. He said, "I don't have a problem with online sports betting. The reality is I'd be shocked if there were not some Texans that do it already." So this is it, right? This is the play. This is what the Aldersons came here for. So I guess he will get decided in November. It's pretty interesting. Are you for it?
If given the decay of our moral code, I think gambling is the least of our worries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what I'm not for, though, is why is there only 10 licenses being handed out? That seems un-American. Why do only the elite 10 get to do this?
I wonder, does a license go with a physical location, or does a license go with an operator? Like, could I obtain a license and it counts for however many pieces of real estate I want to put up for a casino? Yeah, because I got some vacant buildings that I could totally turn into a small casino.
Mm-hmm. Yes, why not me?
Yeah.
I mean, I was actually born in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not one of these commuters. So I'm definitely for it. I would love to do a deep dive on this whole topic. This is a show for me. This topic is a show because I want to break down what they bought. I want to make sure they actually bought the 200 acres. I want to dive into it.
I like it. Let's do it. I would love to do this. This would be awesome. We'll do a little research.
Yeah.
Then we'll get the shaker.
Because they're acting like bullies at the basketball.
Did you see they'll no longer allow you to wear a Luka Doncic jersey to the games?
That's so retarded.
Yeah, they want the fans to just have moved on. They won't let you wear them.
Yeah. No, my wife and I went to a game 10 days ago, and they had all these signs up of what you can and cannot say. And it just felt like very Orwellian thought process in there.
What would they not allow you to say?
You cannot say anything negative to the players. You can't say like, hey, try harder. I mean, it's beyond cussing. You can't, there's no heckling allowed. There's no anything that would be critical. is not allowed. You can't wear critical clothing. I mean, it is a very mind controlled state in there. So
the beatings will continue until morale
Cuban
improves.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think Cuban, I don't think he gets to remove himself of this either. He's guilty by association, and he still owns part of the team.
Yeah. I like how Cuban said he had, he knew nothing about the Luka trade. That's total BS.
Total.
Yeah.
Total. No, we need to get the shaker out, and we need to do our homework, and we need to find out. We need to follow the money, because that's where this is.
Yeah.
This is a follow the money deal.
I like it. Coming soon, real estaters, the casino deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
We might end up in the Trinity River bottoms at the end of it, Jeff.
Yeah, you're taking on the underworld here when you do this podcast.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got for real estate this week. So, you got anything else?
Okay, I'll try to do better on no. No.
All right. Well,
all right.
We'll see you next week. See ya.
See ya.